Guam wants their MVP to return to the team.
Without Carl Gutierrez is like being the Chicago Bulls without Michael Jordan.
Gutierrez, who stepped down as party chair to run in the nonpartisan public auditor race, is on the November ballot, set to go head-to-head against longtime incumbent Doris Flores Brooks. According to Democratic Party of Guam Executive Director Carlo Branch, they want Gutierrez to back out and get back into the ring to lace up against Republicans.
There's no better fighter for middle-class and working families than Carl Gutierrez in an election year.
Evidently, the Democrats believe Gutierrez has the powerful punch needed to knock out Republicans in November. And according to Branch, the GOP's platform and the governor's spending cuts bill could be devastating for the island's working class.
As an example, the governor's proposed bill on cuts would significantly cut maternity leave, would end leave sharing, would cancel out personal leave for teachers, and essentially would implement a rule that says if you're on leave without pay or sick leave for greater than a certain period of time, you lose your job.
The Democrats, in a letter dated September 12th and signed by acting party chairperson Gloria Nelson, Speaker Judy Wanpat, Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz, Legislative Secretary Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes, and Majority Leader Roy Respicio, say they need Gutierrez now more than ever.
There's no telling what Carl Gutierrez will do, but for those of us who know him, I know Governor Gutierrez is not afraid of a fight, but he just has to reconcile in his mind that the bigger fight is helping Congresswoman Malin Berdalio remain in Congress. The bigger fight is retaining our majority in the legislature, and the biggest fight is helping all the mayor and vice mayor candidates running under our Democratic banner, and that's what's at stake.
So will the heavy hitter return? Gutierrez was not available for comment, but we have confirmed that just today, a representative from his campaign filed his police and court clearances, as well as a financial disclosure report with the Guam Election Commission, a day after Democrats sent their letter.
He did tell me that he was going to take at least the weekend to talk to family and supporters.
As for reaction from Republicans, Party Chair Mike Benito suspects Democrats are asking Gutierrez to withdraw his candidacy because they saw the numbers and realized he wasn't going to beat Brooks in the general election. Benito adding that the Republican Party is the true party of the people and are the ones who fought for tax refunds. He went on to say there's been a number of Democratic leaders who fought against the tax refunds, and in regards to the governor's spending cuts bill, Benito says, quote, "We obviously need to make these tough decisions, and one of the things the Republican administration and senators are trying to do is to be fiscally responsible and live within our means," end quote. Governor's Director of Communications, Troy Torres, reacted to Branch's statement on the governor's spending bill, saying, quote, "That's a tired shame that the Democratic Party is falsely saying these things. The governor's bill does not cut maternity leave, it does not end leave sharing, and it does not cancel personal leave for teachers." He adds the Democrats need to read that bill a little more closely. Torres went on to say, quote, that if there is anyone who's been against the working families of Guam, it would be the Democrat senators who were opposed to paying out tax refunds, end quote. Meanwhile, former Governor Carl Gutierrez says he owes it to the Democrats and the people of Guam to consider the request. In fact, at this hour, he is meeting with various individuals, including those who asked him to run for OPA, to discuss the possibility of stepping out of the race for public auditor. Gutierrez says he intends to make a decision by tomorrow afternoon.